The entertainer Billy Joel, sidelined by a brain condition called normal pressure hydrocephalus. Known as NPH, it is a buildup of fluid in or around the brain caused by a blockage.
Billy Joel has always been more than a performer. He is a narrator of the American spirit, of heartbreak, resilience, and the quiet moments that shape a life. From the first wistful bars of Piano Man to the booming defiance of We Didn't Start the Fire, his voice has carried through the decades as both confessional and anthem. But now, at 76, the man whose hands have danced across pianos for more than 50 years has been forced into an unexpected stillness. For decades, Billy Joel has been a fixture not just in American music, but in American memory. His songs have soundtracked weddings and funerals, victories and heartbreaks. He has been the voice that wrapped around barroom jukeboxes and spilled through headphones during midnight walks. He's always seemed invincible, tireless and unshaken, performing his monthly residency at Madison Square Garden with the same energy he exuded at 25, which made the recent news feel all the more surreal. The news broke quietly at first, an understated statement on his website, a few lines on social media. Joel had been diagnosed with normal pressure hydrocephalus, a rare neurological condition in which cerebrospinal fluid builds up in the brain, causing increased pressure despite normal readings. For the average person, the symptoms, unsteady gait, memory difficulties, vision changes, are frightening enough. For a musician whose career has depended on memory, rhythm, and precision, it is nothing short of terrifying. And for fans, it was more than just a health update. It was a reminder of time's inevitable reach. The Piano Man, the same one who filled stadiums, who stood defiant at the edge of musical eras, was now battling something invisible, internal, and utterly human. Joel canceled several upcoming performances, including high-profile shows in London, Las Vegas, and Detroit. The tour had been shaping up to be another triumphant lap, another reaffirmation that even in his 70s, Billy Joel was still a vital force in music. But then came the fall. A small misstep backstage, a moment of dizziness, and suddenly the tour wasn't the priority anymore. Health was. In a world that so often demands relentless motion from its icons, this moment was jarring. There were no sweeping press conferences, no elaborate explanations, only a stillness, a breath, and an aging artist coming to terms with his own fragility. What followed was a hard reckoning, one Joel has quietly shared with fans through carefully chosen words. "I'm sincerely sorry to disappoint," he wrote, his usual dry humor absent. Instead, there was something deeper in his tone: vulnerability, resignation, and, above all, gratitude. Gratitude for the fans who followed him for decades. Gratitude for the opportunity to step back and reassess what matters most. For a man who has weathered more than his share of personal storms, alcohol battles, broken marriages, the long shadow of fame, this diagnosis may be his most intimate challenge yet. Friends say the news has shaken him. He's slowed down. He spends more time at home. The piano is still there, always within reach, but even that feels different now. Each note carries more weight. One close confidant said, "It's not about performance anymore, it's about reflection." And reflect he does. Joel has long used his music as a mirror. His early ballads captured the ache of working-class youth. Later songs explored the weariness of fame, the fragility of love, the hunger for authenticity. In Vienna, he warned us all, "Slow down, you crazy child." Now, it seems, he's taking his own advice. There's something poetic about this moment in his life, mirroring the themes he's long explored in song. For years, Joel has chronicled the moments that exist between the peaks, the heartbreaks that linger after the crowds go home, the doubts that whisper when the spotlight dims. Now, he's living one of those moments himself. The diagnosis has changed more than his schedule. It has altered his relationship with music itself. No longer a machine of touring dates and sold-out arenas, Joel's days are quieter, more introspective. He plays not to impress, but to feel. Friends describe him as newly centered, humbled by the limitations of his body, but still deeply connected to the art that has defined his life. There is also the specter of finality. When an artist pauses at this stage in life, there is always the unspoken question, will he return? Joel has insisted that he hopes to. He speaks of getting back on stage as a destination, not a maybe. But he knows better than anyone how uncertain that path is now. Treatments for NPH vary. Some patients benefit from surgery. Others rely on therapy and symptom management. The road back is uncharted, and Joel is walking it slowly, cautiously. His fans, meanwhile, have risen to meet this moment with remarkable tenderness. Across platforms, messages have poured in, videos of fans playing his songs, handwritten letters, digital murals. Some share memories of first concerts. Others express what songs like Scenes from an Italian Restaurant or Just the Way You Are meant to them in the darkest seasons of their lives. The connection between Joel and his audience has never been transactional. It has always been personal, intimate. And now, as the man who gave voice to so many sits in the quiet of recovery, the world sings back to him. Within the walls of his Long Island home, the days have a new rhythm. Joel reportedly rises early. He writes. He plays when he can. His daughters visit often. There is laughter, but also long silences. He revisits old journals, lyrics scribbled years ago, unreleased songs that never made it onto records. There's a sense that he's in a kind of creative reckoning, said one longtime friend. He's looking back, but he's also trying to figure out what's left to say. And yet, despite the heaviness of the moment, Joel hasn't surrendered. He is, at heart, a survivor. He has battled through the music industry's toughest years, endured personal betrayals, financial mismanagement, and tabloid scrutiny. Through it all, he returned to the stage, smiling, joking, grateful. He is a man who has fallen before and always found his way back to the piano. Now, faced with perhaps his most serious personal trial, he once again chooses courage and honesty and hope. "I'm thankful," he wrote in one of his recent messages. "Thankful for the excellent care and for the unwavering support of my fans. This isn't goodbye. It's just time to rest." And so, the curtain falls, just for now. The seats sit empty. The stage is silent. But across the world, millions of fans still hear the music. They hum it in grocery store aisles. They whisper it on long drives home. They play his records on quiet Sunday mornings. Because Billy Joel's music isn't confined to the arenas he can no longer fill, it lives in the everyday lives of those who've loved him. This moment is not an end. It is a breath, a rest between verses. And when he is ready, when the light returns and the fog clears, Billy Joel may very well sit back down at the piano, place his fingers on the keys, and begin again. Not for fame, not for applause, but because that is what he was born to do. Until then, the world will wait, not in mourning, but in reverence. We will carry his melodies forward. We will sing his songs a little louder. And when the day comes that he returns to the bench, we'll be listening. Always. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications on to never miss a video.